positive thing and so on. But my play is that, look, without Nigeria, there will be no president.
Unless Nigeria kills corruption, corruption will kill Nigeria. And that is best illustrated by another hearing conducted by the National Assembly on pension funds, question of power, electricity power, and then the corruption in petroleum industry, which the country depends over 90% of its external revenue. The National Assembly conducted the hearing here in Abuja and in the 6 geopolitical zones of the country, take the recommendation to the executive, and it has been there collecting dust for the last 18 months. It will certainly bring more supporters to us and more confidence again to us for those who were sitting on the fence, because General Obasanjo is highly respected, and as far as the Nigerian nation is concerned, there is no serious issue that can be discussed without people seeking for his opinion and listening to it.
President Goodluck Jonathan and General Muhammadu Buhari, both of them answering questions on different platforms all about Nigeria and the elections. But let's come back to the studio as I join my guests to find out what their take is on these interviews. Let me begin with you, Dr. Obada. What do you think of the comments of the President and General Buhari?
Thank you. I think the President spoke well. He talked about conduct of elections in Nigeria, and he promised Nigerians that he will conduct a free and fair election, and he has done so. He has fulfilled his promises so far. He conducted, if you recall, he has conducted an election in Edo State, which he lost. He conducted elections in Ondo State, which he lost. He conducted elections also in Ekiti State, which he won. Okay, so I would say that he has kept his promise on that. And besides that, what I think he is doing, which a lot of Nigerians have not appreciated yet, three things. If you don't mind, I will tell you quickly. One, he has conducted this national conference. He has been courageous enough to organize a national conference, which is meant to restructure Nigeria, to correct the imbalances that we have in our nation state. He's done that. He's brought people from all over Nigeria. They've met, they've discussed, and they have agreed a program that will actually restructure this country. As a businessman, as a Yoruba man, I want to see to the actualization of the process of this national conference. And I believe that he will do it because he has had that courage to convoke a national conference. That's number one. Secondly, NEPA, electric power supply, has been a problem in Nigeria. For the first time, he has taken the bulls by the horn. He paid off all the electricity workers. The amount of money involved in paying off the staff is huge. For him to have that courage to be able to pay off and now put NEPA, electricity generation, in the hands of the private sector, it's a huge achievement for Nigeria.
Okay.
And
if I may come in here,
yes,
we have to move real quick.
Very right.
So let's hear the reaction to the interviews by the two gentlemen.
Well, starting from the incumbent president, I'll just say that there's no art to fine man's construction on the face. As you know, the service chiefs that are responsible for the postponement of or the scheduling of the election are his appointees. And some of us have these fears that if your appointees have succeeded in scaremongering that has led to the scheduling of the election, we have a right to be worried, because on the basis of the assurance or the premise that insurgency that they have not been able to fight in the last 3-4 years, now they want to fight it in 6 months. Our fear is that I hope we're not giving them a blanket check or a power that you can call ad infinitum. Because the fear is that if in 6 months' time they are unable to conquer insurgency as promised, what happens? That's a legitimate fear. Secondly, the presidential candidate of All Progressive Congress has said it all. Look, what a country requires in terms of leadership is a function of circumstances of that country. The number one and the biggest problem besetting the Nigerian state today is corruption. The corollary of that is insecurity. And then thirdly, the asymmetric political configuration of Nigeria. That is, where you have one size fits all. This is a multi-ethnic country, a multi-religious country. For you to continue to govern Nigeria on the basis of a constitution that pretends to be federal, but actually is unitary in content, it's a big problem.
Okay.
That's a presidential package for us.
Okay, very quick one. You were part of the national conference, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, we'll come back. We'll take a quick break and we'll come back to continue the conversation. Please don't go away.